resolution to things.
Yeah, I mean, look, here's the bottom line. The stairs are going to be built, and that's city government should be responsive to those things. Secondly, they're going to be built in a safe manner, and this is a very, very important consideration, that they're safe, properly built. If they fell apart in 2 years, even if they were safe, then people blame us for that too. But the final thing is, I am very unhappy at these kinds of projects. I used to talk about them when I was on 1010. I'm really unhappy that we could ever have an outrageous project cost estimate like this, and so what we really have to do now is to identify what changes we can put in place to make sure this doesn't continue to happen.
So do you have a cost estimate yet on this new staircase?
I'm told there's a sort of ceiling on it in terms of their best estimates with all the work that has to be done of $10,000. Ceiling meaning that that's as much as they think it could cost. I think it will probably end up being less, but that's with a proper concrete pad and a steel railing and proper concrete steps and so on and so on. All the things people would expect us to do to make sure they're safe and durable so that people are getting better value. But that's a far cry from the ridiculous place we started out.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of people, and this is probably why you've had to be on top of the file, this isn't just one public park and a staircase and one man. This is a metaphor for how people see their city.
That is the real issue, John. The real issue here is that we have to have a process where people ask themselves the question inside the public service, is this realistic? Is this reasonable? And that's the part I'm going to be looking at going forward, that we just can't have these project estimates continue to come forward. I don't even know how they come forward, but I'm going to be working hard to identify the changes that we have to make in the system, in the approach, in the attitude, to make sure that they never see the light of day, because they never should.
And John Tory, I'm hearing from some listeners via text because they say we talked to Frank Cohn, our home renovations guy, on Monday or Tuesday this week, and he said he could build this for $3,000 to $5,000. So they still think $20,000 or $10,000 is a lot.
My guess is that if you were to sit down with Frank Cohn and other people and go through with him the safety and other kind of durability requirements that include, how we're going to do it with a concrete pad and so on, his estimate would rise. It's always easy to find somebody. This is true with most of the listeners and their home renovations. They can always find somebody who will do it for a lower price, but then you have to ask yourself the question, is it going to be of the quality and safety standard we need? Will it be durable? And so on. So I'm confident that they've really sharpened their pencil now, and they're going to do it for as little as possible, and we'll see the final number when we see it. I should say one more thing, John, which is I do want to say thank you to Mr. Astle and, frankly, to Sue-Ann Levy from the Toronto Sun. I mean, she, people love to get mad at Sue-Ann, but, I mean, she found this story out and wrote it up. And these are things that actually, as much as you go through some pain in my job, having these things being discussed because it makes it look like the entire government doesn't know what it's doing, it shines a light on it, and it actually prompts somebody like me to be in a position where I can rattle some chains and get some action and now look at the longer-term issue, which is how do we stop this from happening.
John Tory, thank you very much.
Have a good vacation, John.
Thank you very much, sir. John Tory, Mayor of Toronto. And listen, the time is 8:22. We talked